16.
On the 25th of November 2013, the body of a teenage girl was discovered in the floodplain of the Terek River. She appeared to be between 13 and 15 years old, standing at 142 centimetres tall with mid-length curly black hair. Notably, she was missing a tooth from her lower jaw and her limbs were bandaged. At the time of her discovery, she was dressed in a black leather jacket, a sundress featuring green, red and black patterns, along with a black bra and black socks adorned with bows on the outside.
15.
On the 31st of March 2014, the body of a woman was discovered south of the Yenisei River. She was identified as Caucasian, aged between 25 and 35, with a medium build and long wavy black hair that appeared to be dyed. Her fingernails were painted maroon and she had a birthmark on the outside of her left leg, along with some white crowns in her upper jaw. At the time of her discovery, she was dressed in black trousers, a black t-shirt, black underwear and purple socks, suggesting she may have been a victim of foul play.
14.
On the 7th of August 2014, the body of a woman was discovered in a reservoir located within the Republic of Mordovia. She appeared to be between 35 and 40 years old, of Caucasian descent, and stood approximately 160 to 165 centimetres tall, with short, light-coloured hair. At the time of her discovery, she was dressed in a turquoise t-shirt, dark blue sports pants, and dark pink flip-flops.
13.
On the 17th of November 2014, the charred remains of a woman were discovered alongside a dirt road that intersects with the M4 Don highway. She was estimated to be between 20 and 30 years old, Caucasian, and approximately 167 centimetres tall, with long chestnut hair. Authorities believe she may have been around 6 to 7 months pregnant at the time of her death. The victim was found dressed in dark blue trousers and black tights, leading investigators to suspect that foul play may have been involved in this tragic incident.
12.
On the 20th of May 2015, the dismembered remains of a woman were discovered in a garbage dump in the village of Tsarevo. The remains included her torso, head, right forearm and right shin. She was estimated to be around 30 years old, standing approximately 170 centimetres tall, with short dyed red hair and dark eyes. A notable detail was a Celtic pattern tattoo located on her lower back, which may provide clues to her identity.
11.
On the 25th of May 2017, the body of a woman was discovered buried in dirt approximately 800 metres from a location on Al-Galakova Street. She appeared to be between 50 and 60 years old, standing at 167 centimetres tall, with dark blonde hair that had been dyed a black-brown shade. At the time of her discovery, she was dressed in a light-coloured t-shirt, a green dress and various swimming bottoms, including yellow and grey, as well as a white pair. Investigators suspect that foul play may have been involved in this tragic incident.
Number 10.
On the 6th of September 2018, the dismembered body of a woman was discovered in a wooded area near a bus stop along Botkis-Oy highway. The victim, estimated to be between 70 and 80 years old, stood at approximately 150 to 160 centimetres tall and had a slender build with grey hair. She was found dressed in a black checkered shirt, white underwear, dark track trousers and dark socks. The presence of traumatic injuries raised concerns about potential foul play in her death.
Number 9.
On the 11th of March 2019, the lifeless body of a woman was discovered near the M7 Volga-Moscow upper highway. situated in Russia's Tatarstan Republic. The woman, estimated to be between 25 and 30 years old, stood at 160 centimeters tall and had a slender build with short brown hair and brown eyes. Distinctive features included a brown birthmark on the left side of her neck, a tattoo of a rose with a red bud on her right forearm, and several scars on her pelvis, legs and navel. She was dressed in multiple layers of black clothing, including a jacket, trousers and tights, along with winter boots and accessories such as earrings with black pendants and 2 black beaded bracelets. Authorities suspect foul play, believing she may have been murdered, leaving behind a tragic mystery.
Number 8.
On the 28th of September 2020, the lifeless body of a woman was discovered along the banks of the Chumish River. Her identity remains unknown. She appeared to be between 25 and 30 years old, standing approximately 170 to 175 centimeters tall, with an average build and shoulder-length red hair. At the time of her discovery, she was dressed in a dark jacket featuring a brown pattern of irregular spots, a dark skirt and a leopard print vest with a hood. Her attire also included blue underwear with beige accents and pink socks. Notable accessories included a metal cross depicting a crucifix on a blue background worn around her neck on a nylon thread, 2 white metal heart-shaped rings on her right ring finger, and dark metal hoop earrings.
Number 7.
On the 22nd of October 2020, the body of a woman was discovered near a residential building in Sovietskayi Gavan. She appeared to be between 50 and 60 years old, standing at 150 centimeters tall, with an average build and greying light brown hair. At the time of her discovery, she was dressed in a turquoise jacket, a beige sweater, a beige t-shirt, black trousers, black tights, black and grey socks and beige boots.
Number 6.
On the 23rd of March 2021, a young boy from St. Petersburg shared a chilling discovery with his mother during a walk with friends, prompting her to alert the authorities. According to the reports on the 24th, a 42-year-old woman contacted the 74th Police Department after her son and his companions found a skeletonized body in the nearby park. Police responded to the scene, where they confirmed the presence of human remains believed to belong to a child aged between 13 to 22 months. An investigative team was deployed and the naked body, estimated to be about a metre long and presumed to be female, was examined alongside 4 bags, plastic bottles and cigarette butts found nearby. The investigation is ongoing.
Number 5.
On the 9th of October 2021, a resident of Talman village was engaged in magnet fishing, hoping to uncover coins or World War II artifacts. During this activity, the villager discovered a black bag secured with a 12-kilogram kettlebell, which caused it to sink. Upon opening the bag, a skull was found, prompting an immediate call to the police. The skull was wrapped in cellophane, while the rest of the skeleton was bound with metal wire. Authorities determined that the remains belonged to a child, estimated to be between 7 and 10 years old, who had been submerged in the river for about a year, with notable deformities in the upper jaw. Initial investigations suggested the connection to Pavel Kostyunin, a 6-year-old boy missing from St. Petersburg since 2011. Although his death was classified as a murder, the cause remained undetermined due to decomposition. Despite the condition of the remains, the child's clothing was preserved, leading police to circulate images to the public. Investigations into local markets where the kettlebell and bag might have been sold yielded no leads. Subsequent DNA and genealogy tests ruled out Pavel, revealing instead that the child was female and the biological offspring of a couple found murdered in the Izhora River in 2008, whose identities remain unknown. Authorities then examined cases of missing families in Russia since 2007, but found no significant leads, speculating that the family may have lived on the fringes of society or been foreign nationals, potentially victims of a serial killer known as the Izhora maniac. Further connections were made to another man discovered dead in the same river in April 2008, deepening the mystery surrounding these tragic events.
Number 4.
On the 3rd of May 2022, a woman's skull was discovered in a wooded area near the Zarinsk River, approximately 20 metres from the water and 70 metres from the nearest road. Tragically, the rest of her remains have never been located. The woman was identified as Caucasian and estimated to be between 23 and 40 years old, leaving behind unanswered questions and a profound sense of loss.
Number 3.
On the 31st of July 2022, a tragic incident occurred in the village of Pulikha, where a woman was discovered deceased on the street. She was identified as Caucasian, approximately 25 to 30 years old, standing at 160 centimetres tall, with a slender physique and medium-length dark hair. At the time of her discovery, she was dressed in a grey t-shirt and black shorts, leaving a sombre reminder of the life she once led.
Number 2.
On the 6th of May 2023, firefighters responded to a blaze at an illegal landfill, made a grim discovery. The charred remains of a woman, believed to be aged between 30 and 40 years, measuring approximately 150 to 160 centimetres in height and of a medium build. She was found partially clothed, wearing only a bra, and her body was wrapped in an extension cord and covered with burnt fabric, likely remnants of a sheet or blanket. Authorities suspect foul play, indicating she may have been murdered.
Number 1.
On the 29th of July 2023, a woman's skull was found in a wooded area of the village in Shorkova. The remains are believed to belong to a Caucasian woman aged between 30 and 40 years. This discovery raises significant concerns and highlights the need for thorough investigation to uncover the circumstances surrounding her death.